Okay, so last time we went over how to take notes, and we talked about that notes are not full sentences. We talked about not copy and pasting our notes. We talked about putting your information in your own words, and we also talked about writing important information down. What we did was we went to our outline where we compared two options. So you actually picked two things and you typed out like where the park was located, what things there are to do, places to go, something else to do, and culture. So now that I've done that, I'm actually going to look at it, and this young man has Yellowstone. Can you scroll down, please? And he has the Grand Canyon. So out of those two choices, he's going to look at it and decide which one does he feel is the best one to go to. If he could pick anywhere for us to go, we're going to write a grant. We get to go there. Which one should we go to? As I'm looking at his, I'm kind of like gravitating through these Mammoth Hot Springs, the wildlife, volcanoes. That sounds pretty exciting. Can you go up again? Picnicking. That sounds nice. Camping and bicycling. So of his two, personally, because of what I like. You have to understand, you're writing a paper about what you like. It's more about what you feel you can persuade your reader to where to go. All right. So you have this done. You're going to pick one. Now I picked the Drive Tortugas. Can we go to that website? I picked this one to look at because I have to say that Nolan got me really interested in these sea turtles, and I really want to go check out the sea turtles. And I'm really excited about this Fort Jefferson. I'm really excited. I really like history, and I know that maybe you don't know, but the Arsenal actually was a Union prison in the Civil War, and I'm really into that kind of stuff. So to get to go to another fort with the Civil War, that really sparks my interest. So I'm actually going to write about this. Okay, go to the note cards. So I'm going to start my note cards today. And I know that notes are just small bits of information. It's not a lot. I'm not going to copy and paste onto my notes. So you guys have this in your classroom, and you're going to make a copy. Now, I did it. I put National Forests, and I put my name, and I put my place here. Okay. Go to the sources and outlines. Now, when you take notes, you have sources. So my first source is actually going to be the website that I sent to you. Everybody in here, that's going to be one of your sources. So what I did is I went to that, and I copy and pasted this onto my sources. Okay? I copy and paste it right there. So if somebody that's reading my information wants to go back and find out where I found it, I can go to that website. I called that source 1. Why did I do that? Well, on my note cards, if we go to the first one, it asks source. Source, and I'm going to put source 1. That way I don't have to copy and paste that site every time. It says source 1, and on my sources here, we're going to make this into a bibliography. I have source 1. So this is going to be like my bibliography, and I'll explain more about that later. Okay? So anything that I get off this information, any notes that I get off this, I'm going to call source 1. Okay. What is the best park? Where am I going? I got to think about this. So go down to this outline, please. Okay. Your introduction, you want to have a good hook to get me excited about your topic. So while you're researching, you might want to look for a cool fact or statistic or somebody's quote. You might be looking for that. We're going to be looking for that, putting it here. And then what am I going to talk about in each paragraph? I got to kind of know. So my paragraph 1, I might talk about the history and culture. Remember I was talking about how I'm so fascinated about the history of Fort Jefferson. So that's one reason I really want to go there, is to learn about the history of this fort. So I might talk about history and culture. Topic of paragraph 2 might be something with things to do. Remember I talked about how I really want to see those sea turtles? That's one thing I want to do. So I'm going to think about that. And then what's the third thing that really has me interested in going here? I got to really think about that. I don't know yet. But I do know that I am going to talk about the history, and I do know I'm going to bring up things to do. And I can use my other graphic organizer, the National Park one, to really kind of look here and say, all right, so for this guy, some of the places to go, like the hot springs and Old Faithful, I can put there's really neat places to go visit. So I can put those underneath it. I got to think about that. I'm not sure if I like the wording like that, but I'm kind of on to it. So those would be kind of together. Okay, so go back to our note cards, and you'll notice that I put source 1. Source 1. I'm not going to do anything with this paragraph yet. The paragraph kind of goes with the outline, but I'm not sure what I want to do. I keep telling you that. I'm like, not sure what I really want to put in the paragraphs yet, because I'm trying to persuade you to go there. Trying to. You had a bunch of money and you were going to take me somewhere, trying to get you persuaded to go there. So, here's my first fact. And I didn't actually write it like this the first time. I got to figure out, so I'm talking about Fort Jefferson. So maybe, can you get right here, Ethan? After Fort Jefferson? Before was? Yes, can you hit enter? So this is what I actually wrote originally. Was built to protect an advanced post for the United States. If I go to plan your visit and go down, oh, this is not what I wanted. Okay, go back up. Oh, I've never seen that before. Maybe I have to put that on there though. Learn about the park and go to history and culture and go to places. Where was that fort at? Go back to plan your visit. I'm sorry. Go back here. Garden Valley Park. Go down to history and culture. Go to Squirrel. There it is, Fort Jefferson. But I didn't see that shipwreck before, so that's exciting. I don't know if I want to go into the water to see sharks, but that's exciting. Okay, so I actually read this. Fort Jefferson was built to protect one of the most strategic deep water anchorages in North America. That picks up. By fortifying this spacious harbor, the United States maintained an important advanced post for ships patrolling the Gulf of Mexico and the Straits of Florida. Go back to my notes. Notice I said was built to protect an advanced post for the United States. Did I copy and paste?
No.
No. Did I put in my own words?
Yes.
Yes. I didn't write a sentence. That's all I would put on that note card. That's it. And then I go to the next one. Okay. Again, this is source 1. So instead of copy and pasting it, I just put source 1 because again, it's on my sources. And then I put fact, Fort Jefferson, during Civil War was a prison for the Union. I think that's neat. Okay, go to a new note card. 3, source 1, facts, activities. A lot of water activities that I can do, snorkeling and beach. Now I just found a shipwreck. The ants add on to that. Can you come here, Ethan, after beach, and hit enter, and put shipwreck? Okay. So, as I'm going along, I'm making notes. I'm taking notes about things. This is more like bullets. This is not, notice that I'm not putting in sentences. Notice I'm only putting the important facts. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to actually go through here and make some notes. But before you do that, again, you want to go to your sources and outline, and I think that I've attached this. And you want to scroll up, please. You want to have source 1 and you want to copy and paste that first website. And then you kind of want to go down here and just think about your introduction and what you're going to put first and what you're going to put second. Can I change my mind?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just saw that shipwreck thing. I might start researching that and find out that I want that to be a major part of my paper. So I can go back and change it. I'm going to ask you for 50 note cards. That's 50 facts, basically. So don't freak out. It's like 50 facts. Now, that's what we're shooting for. Do you think that everything that people put on note cards is going to be relevant or important? No. A lot of times people write down facts that don't actually fit in their paper. I just want you to stay calm, though. Okay? Does anybody have any questions? So today, what you're going to do first is you're going to look at that organizer, the National Parks organizer. Yep, that one. You're going to pick which one you want. Okay? Then you're going to go to sources. You're going to find your source on this one. Go up. Right in here. Those are the sources. Go ahead and click on that. You're going to copy and paste one of these onto your source one. Then you'll click on it and you'll come down here and you'll kind of figure out what you think you want for paragraph 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to start taking notes. Does anybody have any questions? Yes?
When does it have to be done?
Okay, great question. Will you go to go to National Park Research for me? Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a work in progress. I might change my mind. However, go down here. Go to here, right here. Okay, go down one more. Okay. Below are some due dates. So by tomorrow, by the end of tomorrow, I would like you to have 10 note cards done. Okay? On Wednesday, we're going to try to find other sources. So I will be talking about where we can look for other sources. I have some books in here, but we're also going to see if we can find some on the AEA, because we actually want more than one source. Okay? Then the next day, we are going to be doing note cards again. Notice that I have 25 note cards on here. That means that you'd have to do 15 in one day. I might change that. I might make it back to 20. So you only have to do 10 a day. That's 10 facts. It's not a lot. Then, see how I put them both? I gotta fix this. But by the end of the week, we're gonna look at 25 to 30 notes. So that's like 25 or 30 bullets. Does that make sense to you? We're also gonna try to have 3 sources by the end of the week. But we're going to see how that goes. I've never done national parks. We're going to see how it goes. Any more questions? Right now, though, you should be working on note cards. And by tomorrow, at the end of class, we're going to try to have 10 note cards done. And these are the note cards right here. So basically, a slide is a note card. Again, we're putting source 1. We're putting our information down. Does anybody have any questions? Those were good questions. Thank you, Lena Art. Go ahead and cut it.